So I would encourage anyone who looks to go into media, whether it's radio or digital or TV, be informed. I'm an information junkie.
You have to be curious.
You have to be curious. You always need to be in the know, and not just, yeah, I know what this guy wore yesterday. Oh, did you see Ibuka's Agbada? That's not the only type of information that you should have. You should have information that can and will help people and make things better. And I think that this is what has brought me to the place that I am right now, because in my career, I have sort of transitioned, because everyone, like I said, when you're in the media, people expect you to know stuff. And every time people ask me, Rosemary, do you know where I can find somebody who does like Ankara stuff? And somebody asks me, I'm trying to hire
because they think you know everything.
Because they think you know everything and you know everybody, and everyone starts to ask you. And this is what has brought me to where I am in my career, where I'm right now developing an application to help people find things easier. Nice. Yeah, because I feel media is information, and I want to be able to transition from just giving that information on the radio to giving that information electronically.
Nice.
And that's the project I'm working on right now.
Great stuff. I mean, business has to enter the market.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Speaking of business now, back to you now, Grace. You started a business. It's one of the hardest things a lot of young people in Nigeria face. People have so many ideas. Like I was talking to the other nominees earlier, and they would say, oh, I don't know how to start. I don't have capital. I need someone to sponsor me. What was your journey like in particular with the business side of things? How hard was it for you?
Okay. So, like I said earlier, I started in January 2016, and I was mixing in my room in my parents' house without their consent. So I was...
You will share your office.
So I would go to the market, then I had zero knowledge on how to run a business. So I was just responding to the pressure from outside. Yeah. So I would go to the market, source for raw materials, travel from Lagos to Ibadan to get raw materials, and then produce. I got labels, and I started. I started with about 5,000 naira.
Are you hearing?
So from the first 6 months of my business, I was just using the business cash to continue, just produce, sell. No record keeping, no anything. I was just doing my thing.
Okay, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue your story, which is already amazing. 5,000 naira. People think businesses need millions to start. I mean, look at her. She's a Future Awards nominee today, and started her business with 5,000. Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll find out more about Grace's story, and then, of course, talk about the Future Awards with them. I'll see you guys in a minute.
So let's dance now. It is my turn. Just won't work you out.
All right, welcome back. Before the break, we were talking with Grace, who was telling us her story about the business side of starting her company. So just quickly round up.
Okay, so for the first 8 months of my business, I was just buying and selling without any proper structure. But along the line, in May that year, I went for service eventually, and then I found a mini business school in Ibadan. Nice. And I enrolled because they were having a program for core members. So I enrolled, and that was like an eye-opener for me. So I learned the basics of entrepreneurship, how to keep your records, how to do your financials. And then I wrote my first business plan then.
Nice.
So it made me put things in perspective. And all along, I've just been using the business money to grow the business. So this year in January, we had to rebrand. We had to put in more structure, like all the things I learned. I needed to put them in the business, and then I needed cash. Remember I said that when I started, my parents didn't know about it, and at that time, my parents were not still in support of the business. They're like, what exactly are you doing? So I continued regardless, and at that point, I needed about 300,000 naira to rebrand the business, and I was a core member. I had roughly 50,000 naira in my pocket. So what I did was I designed some mini banners, some e-flyers, and I posted in our social media accounts saying that we are relaunching social dates. We are relaunching new products. We are improving on our old products. If you want to pre-order, you would get that 10% discount. Because I knew at that point that I'd asked friends. I could not even call my parents to ask them for money because they won't listen to me. And there was no point waiting for 300,000 naira to fall from the sky.
So the money came from the pre-orders?
Yeah, it came from the pre-orders. And we were able to...
That's very impressive.
Yeah.
That's actually great. I think you've just given the great advice to everybody who's just watched now, from how you started without anything in your room, with the amount of money you started with, and how you're able to raise even more money. So thank you very much for that. And so just before we go on, I just want to talk about the Future Awards very quickly. How do you feel about being nominated? How excited are you, and what are your expectations?
It's very exciting, I have to say. I have to tell the story. I was sleeping. I was sleeping, and my little brother woke me like, "You're on TV." I'm like, "Doing what?" Because this was my response, like, "Doing what? I'm sleeping." And he says, "No, you got nominated for Future Awards," and it was a total, complete surprise.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was going to happen, and it's a boost of confidence.
Yeah.
It lets you know that you're doing something right, that you're saying the right things you're supposed to say. Because I feel, like I said, with a lot of power comes responsibility. And if you're making a contribution to society, it's great when people see that.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised and I'm humbled.
Yeah.
And I'm impressed with the lineup.
Yeah.
It's really great. All the people who got nominated, everyone's doing.
You're not too intimidated, I'm sure.
No.
Grace, what about you, very quickly?
When I received the mail, I was in a conference that day, and I ran to the bathroom and I cried for like 15 minutes. And here's the reason why I cried. When I rounded up service in May this year, my dad asked me to come back home to Lagos. My parents stay in Lagos, and I told him that no, I won't stay back in Ibadan because it's good for my business. And he says, "Shut down the business, come back to Lagos. I have a job."
How does he
for you
feel
in
now?
Lagos." He calls me now and tells me congratulations. So thinking back and all of that.
And how the story has been. Well, congratulations to both of you.
Well, thank
Good
you.
luck on the awards, on the nomination, sorry, and hopefully one of you win.
Hopefully.
Once again, the awards will be holding on the 9th of December, which is next Saturday. And please follow at TFA8 2017 on our social media handles. And good luck to all the nominees. It's going to be a great day to see that. And hopefully you all join us on that day. Well, like I always say, you can follow the conversation on Twitter at YNigerTV is our handle. The hashtag to follow is Rubbin Minds. You can also visit the website yniger.tv. Remember, you've never seen young people talk like this before. I'll see you next week.
See, come on, come on, come on.